From a European perspective, recent U.S. actions don't look like alliance. They look like a declaration of economic war on Europe. Start with Nord Stream. The U.S. destroyed it. That alone crippled European industry. Then there were the Trump tariffs, which hurt Europeans. That was followed by a brazen attempt to take Greenland from Denmark. Now there is the U.S. and Israeli war against Iran. And Trump recently announced a U.S. blockade of the Persian Gulf, supposedly to defeat Iran's closing of the Strait of Hormuz to unfriendly nations. Hello, I'm Michael. This is Southern Realism, a channel about power, geopolitics, and decline. These aren't isolated events. They form a pattern, and that pattern is devastating to Europe. Cheap Russian energy was cut off. The industrial base was weakened. Now Europe is pushed to buy expensive American LNG just to keep the lights on. At the same time, Washington, D.C. is tightening control over global choke points, the Panama Canal, the Strait of Hormuz, and the U.S. is targeting oil-rich states like Venezuela and Iran. The result is straightforward. Europe is cut off from its natural energy suppliers and forced into dependence. European leaders like Macron and Sanchez warn about Europe's dependency, but if anything, they have understated European vulnerability. Because control of energy and choke points is power, and right now that power is being used against Europe's interest. And at the same time, much of Europe is locked in a long, brutal war in the Ukraine against the very country that was its easiest and cheapest source of oil and gas. So that's not strategy, that's exposure. So set aside the rhetoric about democracy, and what do you actually see? Even Boris Johnson recently admitted that the Ukraine and Iran are two fronts of the same war, and that part is correct. But here's the part most European elites like Boris might not yet fully realize. Europe and the United States are not on the same side in this. Europe is in the crosshairs, right along with Venezuela, Greenland, Russia, and Iran. And that reality is becoming impossible to ignore. Do you see it? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this sort of content, then please subscribe and check us out on Telegram, because this is what we're all about.